eBay has just processed our 1099Ks for sellers on eBay for our sales back in 2021. Unfortunately, there's some people who are going to be pretty surprised that they're actually receiving a 1099K from eBay. So we're going to talk about that on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin' Ain't Easy. And as I mentioned in the intro, it's not clickbait on the thumbnail. I was reading through an eBay sellers forum today, and I noticed that there's a thread about sellers receiving a 1099K, and they weren't expecting to receive one. They sold well under the $20,000 sales threshold, and they sold under 200 items. And according to what we've all been told, that in 2021, if you sold under 200 items and under $20,000, you weren't going to expect to receive a 1099K. Now, let me be very, very, very clear here. I believe, I'm 100% on board with the fact that if you sold $1 in profit in 2021, you should be reporting that to your state and, of course, the IRS. There's this misconception out there that if you didn't hit 200 sales or $20,000 in sales, and $20,000 in sales, that you're going to skate. And I got to tell you, that's the wrong line of thinking. If you're in this business to make money, you simply should be reporting it. And I'll just put it out there like that. Now, I'm not hating on you if you're not. That's a decision you have to make. And certainly I'm not a CPA. Talk to your tax professional. I do not want this to turn into a political video, because it's in no way, shape, or form political. Just giving you the facts, the information that I'm coming across, the research that I've done to present to you guys. And don't care how you vote, don't care how you voted. This will affect a lot of you, and I wanted to get out in front of it. People are getting ready to do their taxes, and I thought it was important to make you aware that this could be happening to you, and you may not even know it. So as I mentioned to you, I was looking at the eBay seller forums, and I came across this thread, and it reads, "My sister made well under $20,000 between two accounts. eBay sent her 1099s for both. Chat person said it's because she had over $600 in sales. When she said that starts this year, he said since she's been helped, she's signing off. Anyone else have a 1099 under $20,000? And this person replied, your sister is not alone. I got one too for a lot less than $20,000 in 2021 eBay sales, and I'm also in California. For reasons known only to itself, eBay seems to be practicing sending 1099Ks to California sellers that won't qualify for 1099Ks until January 2023. I wonder if it's only California sellers who are getting these. Knowing eBay as well as I do, I suspect that this is one of their more creative and drama-fraught glitches. The most interesting question is whether these 1099Ks have already been sent to the IRS and the California Franchise Tax Board. So from what I'm reading, this is happening to a lot of California sellers. And the real question is, why is this happening? Because if you're prepared to pay your taxes for what sales you did last year, and let's say you did under $20,000, you want to make sure that your figures are matching what eBay is reporting. That needs to be your starting point, that 1099K document. But if you're not expecting to receive one, that could cause you some problems if this California Franchise Tax Board or any other reporting state is expecting you to report what eBay's reported to them and you're reporting a different number. That could cause you some problems. So it's very important that if you do nothing else as a result of watching this video, you go in to your Seller Hub, okay, go under Payments, click on reporting on the left hand side, and then click on taxes, and that will show you if you have a 1099K. And it's very important that you download that, and of course check that against your records. Okay, you just got to be aware. It's very important. You know, as a seller, I hate to see another seller run into problems because they didn't properly report when they did their taxes this year for last year's sales. Now, doing some digging on this, I did find this that was passed last year in California that may have something to do with why California sellers are receiving 1099Ks and you just didn't hit the threshold of the 200 transactions and the $20,000 in sales. 1099K payment card and third-party network transactions. Now, real quick, eBay is not a payment processor. Okay, they're not a bank either. They use a third-party payment processor called Ayden, A-Y-D-E-N, and it's really them who is accepting payments and paying you out either daily or every week. As of January 1st, 2021, you may receive a 1099K if you receive annual gross payments of $600 or more in settlement of third-party payment network transactions and are an app-based driver. Now, this looks like it was created more for your Uber drivers, your Uber Eats, you know, any one of those companies that utilize a third-party payment processor to send you your money after you do your deliveries, or however it works. Now, I'm thinking that because Ayden is a third-party payment processor, they got caught up in this mess. And as a result of this change here in 2021, I'm believing, and this is my gut feeling, that they got caught up in this mess and are sending you a 1099K as a result. I might be wrong. That may not be the reason. But if you're in California, you certainly need to be checking on that. Now, let me just say this. This issue isn't just for California resellers. So if you're in another state, you really need to be paying attention to this, because there are other states who have a lower reporting requirement threshold that eBay is following for 2021, regardless of the 200 transaction, $20,000 requirement. State-specific requirements. There may be state requirements other than the federal IRS that require the issuers of 1099K to report to the state. Some customers may try to argue they are not required, but state law may say otherwise. There are currently 11 states as of 2020 October that have 1099K threshold reporting below the federal threshold. That's Arkansas, Washington, D.C., Florida, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Missouri, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Vermont, Virginia, and Maryland. Now, as you see on this particular chart here, if you're in Arkansas, the threshold is $2,500 in a calendar year. That's January to December. In Illinois and New Jersey, it's $1,000 in a calendar year. And if it's Connecticut, Washington, D.C., Massachusetts, Maryland, Mississippi, Virginia, or Vermont, the threshold is $600. So you should be checking your eBay reporting. Like I showed you, go to your taxes link and click the report for your 1099K. If there was one that was filed from eBay for you, for your sales last year, it should be there by now. And that's what you should be doing. As soon as this video is over, go check that out. It's very important. And make sure that your numbers match. Of course, it may be complicated to you. Check with a CPA or a tax professional. Whoever's doing your taxes needs to make sure you have this document and are making reference to it when you're doing your taxes. But I'm willing to bet there's a number of you out there who were just not expecting to receive a 1099, and I want you guys to know you guys really need to be getting into your account before you file your taxes and get in there and find that 1099. See if it's there. If it's not, you should still be reporting whatever you earned last year. Now, you sold a bunch of personal stuff. You know, if you sold it for less than what you paid for it originally, then that's not a taxable thing. But let's say you bought some collectibles 20 years ago. for $5 a piece, and now they're all worth $100 a piece, and that's what you sold them for, well, that's called capital gains, and you got to pay taxes on that. Consult your CPA or tax professional. I don't claim to be one. I do my own taxes, but at the same time, you guys are going to ask a lot of tax questions down below, and I want you to comment down below. Maybe someone that's qualified can help you, but sometimes I can't answer all your tax questions because that's specific to you, and I just don't know, to be honest with you. I'm only reporting to you what I come across because I kind of feel like that this channel, that's kind of what it's for, is to help other sellers and make other sellers aware, because you might be working a full-time job and doing this on the side and just don't have time to look up things like I've done tonight. And you know what? I want to pass that on to you guys. So comment down below. While you're at it, if you found this information useful, hit that like button, guys. I'd appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit that 25,000 subscriber goal this year, and I'm hoping that you guys can help me make that happen. And of course, hit that notification bell so when I go live or make another one of these videos, which has been pretty often lately, you're going to be notified. So guys, this is the time of year. You know, your taxes, it's important. It's part of your civic duty. It's kind of the way I feel. You know what? Sometimes we're doing this for extra cash, and the idea of just giving the government extra money, it sucks. It really does. And you know, sometimes we just can't afford it. We're trying to do this as a side gig to maybe make a little extra money, and that's just money that you really need, and you don't want to send it off to Uncle Sam. But what's right is right, and you know, that's kind of how I look at it. Report your taxes, guys. That's the right thing to do. And again, I'm not gonna get political with you guys. Regardless of who you support, that has nothing at all to do with this at all. It's the way things have been. You pay your taxes on the money you earn, okay? Not the money you lose, but the money you earn. That's called profits. So just keep that in mind. And guys, it's just another example of how flipping ain't easy. I want you guys to have a great rest of your day. At least try to after watching this video. But go check that account. Make sure you do or don't have a 1099K and act accordingly. And even if you don't have a 1099K, what's the right thing to do, guys? I'll leave that up to you. That's your business, not mine. So until next time, have a great rest of your week.